Hey, welcome back to my channel. We have a ton of deep cleaning to get done in this video. These are all things that I've just been putting off or I don't really see a lot, so I forget about them, but they definitely need to be cleaned. Like these curtains that are covered in dog hair and cat hair from the animals going in and out, the sliding glass door tracks, the hood vent on our oven, and numerous other things. I'm just giving you guys some close-ups of the nitty-gritty dirty stuff right now that we're going to tackle today. But before we get into all of the cleaning, I got to tell you guys about the dinner that I made last night. It was so good, and you guys have heard me talk about HelloFresh for years. I think we've been getting HelloFresh since like around 2018. But I love going on the HelloFresh website and picking out what meals we're going to have that week. A lot of the times I feel like I'm constantly cooking the same thing over and over again each week, and coming up with recipes is daunting. But HelloFresh now has 40 weekly recipes to choose from. So HelloFresh just makes it so easy because this big box shows up on your doorstep and everything is pre-portioned, pre-packaged, ready to go. Pick the meal you want for that day. These amazing recipe cards that make it so easy to follow. You can get your dinner cooked and on the table without all the time consuming like meal planning or prepping, and that's a win for me. You guys know we're a busy family. We've got 3 kids and all different sports and activities, so I know that when I have HelloFresh delivered, I can just grab a bag out of the fridge, grab the meat that goes with it, and get to work quickly without even having to really think about it because it's all planned out and laid out for me, and that is what I love. And like I said before, we've been doing HelloFresh for like 5 years now, and there has not been a single recipe that we have not liked. I've shared that info with you guys before, and I've talked about it on Instagram, but every single one of the recipes, even if it's one that we're like, I don't know about this, it's so good. I don't know what it is that they do, but every single recipe is bomb. This meal that I made on this night was so good. I was sharing it on Instagram and I was like, I wish you guys could smell this because the sauce that you put these meatballs in and the whole thing, so good. But you guys can go to HelloFresh.com and use the code CasperFresh21 for 21 free meals plus free shipping. That is HelloFresh.com. Use my code CasperFresh21 for 21 free meals plus free shipping. Alright, now let's get into the deep cleaning. I'm going to start off by taking down the curtains here in the living room. They get so dirty. I mean, we have white curtains on this sliding glass door and then also white curtains on my bedroom sliding glass door. So I'm going to take those down and get those into the wash. The animals go in and out of these doors and they rub up against the curtains and get hair on them. So they need to be washed. I'm just going to put some Tide Pods in and also some OxyClean and wash them with cold water so they don't shrink up. And then whenever I dry them, I'm just going to put them on air dry. You guys will see that later, just to get them like sort of dry, and then I'll hang them back up when they're like semi-damp, because one time I washed and dried them, not these ones, but some old curtains, and they shrunk tremendously. So I learned my lesson and I just air dry them now. So those are in the wash and getting all clean. Now we're going to head into the kitchen. The range gets so greasy and so dusty, and you can't really see it unless you get up close and look at it. So it's something that I always forget about, but clearly it needed to be cleaned. So I'm just using my CLR stainless steel cleaner on this. It gets everything so shiny and very nice looking. So I'm going to just scrub this down.
Never, ever, ever, ever.
So these light pendants in our kitchen were actually not on my list of things to deep clean today, but when I was cleaning the range, I noticed that these looked just like those did. So everything in the kitchen just gets so greasy, and then the dust collects on the grease. And I couldn't believe how shiny these got. After I cleaned them, they just had a layer of grease and dust on them. So they're looking much better now, nice and shiny. They're kind of a pain to clean because I have to like get the rag in between the little crevices and stuff, but I have my headphones on and I was just listening to a podcast the whole time, so I was nice and concentrated and just got to work on scrubbing down so many different things. I used to just clean with like, the Alexa playing in the background or something like that, or just music or whatever. But recently I've been wearing my headphones when I clean, and it just like tunes everything out. And I don't know, it's been a game changer for me, and I highly recommend it if you've never done that before. I used to have AirPods, and one of them actually stopped working, but when I used to wear my AirPods when I would clean or work out, they would always fall out of my ears. Like, they never stayed in, and then they would hurt my ears after a certain amount of time of having them in. So I just gave up on the AirPods. I even got some like knockoff ones from TJ Maxx, and I don't know, they just always hurt my ears and they always fall out. So I got these Beats headphones, like over the ear headphones, and I'm obsessed. They don't hurt my ears. They tune everything out. They're like noise canceling. I use them when I work out, when I edit videos. I can use them for just like listening when I'm editing, but also for doing voiceovers. There's a cord that comes with them that you can plug into your computer, and it has a little microphone on it. So I'm doing a voiceover on them right now. I did not realize how much use I was actually going to get out of these. So they're a little spendy, but for me, definitely worth it. I love them so much. So anyways, little side note there. Now we're moving on to these open shelves that we have in the kitchen. They also get so dusty. And look at this glass jar. Did you see that layer of grease on there? This was up on one of those top shelves, and all this stuff it gets neglected. It doesn't get cleaned very often. So I was actually just kind of shocked at how gross this stuff got since the last time I cleaned it. So I'm just using some thieves cleaner, and it works really well getting the grease and the dust and everything off of all of this stuff that was up on the shelf. So everything that I took down, I'm going to fully wipe down. You can see right there the layer of grease. I already wiped down the shelves, so now I'm going to wipe down all of the stuff that was on the shelves.
I wanna get in inside your love. We'll move on.
I love how satisfying this looks, especially this candlestick holder here. It was just like dull from the grease and the dust, and as I was wiping it off, it got all shiny and brighter, and it just goes to show that you got to take down the stuff off the shelves and get them all wiped down from time to time, especially in the kitchen. Everything on these shelves is just like, for decoration. And I guess you just don't really realize how much buildup gets on everything in the kitchen just from cooking. Even if you run your fan, like the vent on your stove or your hood range every time, everything still just gets so greasy, at least in my kitchen. So I definitely need to make an effort to do this stuff more often, like to wipe all this stuff down, because I was just disgusted at how greasy everything was. But I'm so glad that I made the plan to film this video to do all this like deep cleaning stuff, because it needed to be done first of all, but I kept putting it off, and now that it's done, I'm like, dang, all this stuff looks so good. This next little jar that I'm gonna wipe off is from mine and Donnie's wedding in 2011. We took 2 different colors of sand and like dumped them in together during our ceremony, and I did not plan out how much sand we would need to fill this, so that's why there's only a little bit in there. It was kind of embarrassing, but a fun little memory. So anyways, now my pothos is getting so long and I love her so much, but I'm gonna put a little moss pole in here and help her kind of stand up a little bit, so we can get some more like length from on the shelf. Somebody told me that pothos plants really like moss poles, so I'm just adding a short one for now. I'm going to tie her up a little bit, so when I put her back up on the shelf, she's not like all the way down to the counter, just trying to get a little extra room with her growth. This was the tiniest little pothos when I got it, and it just makes me so happy. She is thriving in the kitchen up on the shelf, so I'm just helping her out a little bit, and maybe eventually I'll add another moss pool to make it a little bit taller, but for now we're just going to tie this up, give her a little water, and get her back up on the shelf. Now I'm just going to start placing all of the decor back on the shelves. I'm kind of rearranging some of it, putting some of it back where it was, just kind of playing around with things and getting it all set up how I want it to be. These shelves are done, and now we're going to move on to the sliding glass door tracks. I'm just taking the Dawn Power Wash and spraying that in the sliding glass door track in the living room. Also my bedroom, the one in my bedroom was the worst, so I'm going to let that soak and kind of lift all of the dirt and grime from the sliding glass door tracks. And then I'm also going to take this into the bathroom and spray down the kids' bathroom sink. Lots of toothpaste and stuff just stuck on, so I'm going to let this power wash do its job. It does a great job at lifting things and kind of helping you clean before you scrub. I'm also spraying it all over the shower, so that way when we come in to clean the bathroom, all of the soap and all, soap scum from the bubbles and shampoo and stuff is all lifted. Now I'm going to take an old toothbrush that I use for scrubbing, and I just have a jar of hot water, and I'm going to get to work scrubbing these sliding glass door tracks. And also the baseboards right here on the corner on both sliding glass doors were pretty gross just from the animals coming in and out. It's winter right now, so our dog comes in muddy and shakes off, and it's always a mess. So we're going to get these sliding glass door tracks nice and clean and scrubbed out.
Can you see where this is heading? Who's gonna go first and take the leap? We can only get there if we try. Wanna believe in that we can find every longing piece of mind to give in, to give in, to give in. I think about us.
I wanted to mention these white rags that you see me using in this whole entire cleaning video. I just get the big packs of white washcloths from Walmart. They're super inexpensive, and I use these for my cleaning rags. So I have tons of them in the drawer in the kitchen, and when I need a new one, during this whole video, I'm just constantly grabbing a new white cleaning rag because they're so easy to clean after you use them for cleaning. I have a basket that I keep in my laundry room that is specifically for cleaning rags and dish towels and stuff like that. So when one is done being used, we just throw them in there, and then I wash them all on the sanitize setting with OxyClean, and they come out really nice and white after that. So if you guys are looking for a good cleaning rag solution, definitely check out Walmart and just get the big pack of the cheap white washcloths. They work awesome for cleaning rags.
I'm holding my breath as I walk to your front door.
Headed into the kids' bathroom, I'm just turning on the water and using this big scrub brush to scrub out the inside of the sink. That Dawn Power Wash really lifted everything up, and it didn't take much, and everything's nice and clean now. So just scrubbing that down really good. And then I'm going to spray some thieves cleaner on the counters and the cabinet over there where there was like toothpaste splattered. I'm going to get all of this wiped up. Also going to wipe down the mirror with some spray away foaming glass cleaner. The spray away glass cleaners are my all-time favorite. I think I've told you this before, but when I was in high school, we lived really close to my grandparents, and I used to go over, I think every Friday, and I would just clean, like do a quick clean on their house, like vacuum and mop and like dust and wipe down the mirrors and stuff. And my grandpa always had the spray away glass cleaner. He also was really into like classic cars, and him and my grandma were part of like a car club, and he's an artist, so he like pinstriped and painted cars and all sorts of stuff. So he used the spray away glass cleaner on like the cars and stuff too, and the smell of it just always makes me think of him, and I miss him so much.
Wanna show you too. When you're all that I want, can't you see that I'm sorry, love? Let me in, 'cause I know that you're hurting. Please, this is it.
Now I'm gonna go ahead and scrub out the shower. These little shelves that hold the shampoo and conditioner and all that stuff were gross. I showed you guys that in the beginning of this video, but that Dawn Power Wash, I'm telling you guys, if you've never scrubbed out your shower or your bathtub with that stuff, definitely try it out because it works so good. I'm spraying down the little step stool that we have in the bathroom with some bleach cleaner, and then I'm also going to spray down the toilet and let that set for a minute while I wipe down the step stool. Again, just using those white cleaning rags and then throwing them in the basket in the laundry room when I'm done with one of them. I'm also going to use my Clorox toilet bowl cleaner, like the wand with the little disposable scrubber things. Love that. Been using that for years and years. So convenient. And then I'm just going to wipe down the toilet and get it nice and clean. My least favorite chore, especially in the kids' bathroom. Alright, the bathroom is nice and clean, so we are moving on. I gotta pull some clean laundry out of the dryer so then I can get those curtains out of the wash, and we're gonna put those in the dryer. Like I was telling you guys earlier, if you wash your curtains, don't dry them like normal. Either just hang them up while they're wet, like fully wet, which is actually really cool because when you hang them up fully wet, it makes your house smell so good from the laundry detergent. But I decided to put them in the dryer and I put it on air dry because there was still like dog hair stuck to it. So when I dried it, the dryer sucked all the dog hair into the lint trap, so that was helpful. So they were still like damp when I pulled them out, and you'll see that in a little bit. But while those are drying a bit, I am headed into the kitchen. I'm just going to put all my cleaning supplies away, and then I need to wipe down the counters because I was standing on the counters when I was cleaning the pendants and the range and also the shelves, and I was spraying like stainless steel cleaner, and that was all over the island. So I'm just using my thieves cleaner, and I'm going to wipe down the counters in here.
All the eyes on me, all the eyes are all on me. Yeah. All the eyes on me, all the eyes are all on me. All the eyes on me, all the eyes are all on me. All the eyes are all on me.
Once I'm done wiping everything down in the kitchen, the dryer is done, so I'm gonna go grab the curtains for the living room and we're gonna get those put back up, and then I'll head into my bedroom and put the curtains back up in there as well.
I already know, I know you can feel it, but what you got yourself into? What you got yourself into?
I also wanted to mention, just in case any of you guys were curious, but these curtains are from Amazon and they are linked in my Amazon shop. They're not blackout curtains or anything like that. They're pretty thin, but they serve a purpose. You know, we just close them at night whenever it gets dark out for privacy, but they work well for the living room. And then the ones that I have in my bedroom, those are from Target. They are by the brand Threshold, and they are blackout curtains. I have them on all of the windows in my bedroom, and they work very well. Even though they're white, they are a true blackout curtains. So I will try to find the link for those and put them in the description box as well. But I highly recommend these. I really like them a lot. But thank you guys so much for sticking around to the end. I appreciate you guys being here, and I hope this video gave you some motivation to tackle some deep cleaning that you've probably been putting off just like me. But don't forget to check out HelloFresh and let me know if you guys try them or if you already use them. You know, we love our HelloFresh, and I can't wait for new recipes. So thank you guys so much again, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye.